The best use cases for attended automation, definitely a question I get in every discovery, every assessment, every intro call, and I think we like to kind of flip it back on the client. Historically, we've always thought about use cases being, if it's unattended, it's going to be IT, accounting, HR. If it's attended automation, it's going to be contact center, screen pops, and certain use cases. But really, I push it back to our prospects and have them think about it a little bit differently. First, I'll ask to say, where are the largest number of people completing, in some cases, very similar work, but in other cases, where are just large number of people and high volume transactions. Because robotics, if you think about it, it doesn't care whether you're in finance, whether you're in accounting, whether you're in IT, whether you're in customer service. It just cares about automating a very redundant and manual process. And in some cases, we've seen that in a fraud group, for example, within a bank, you may have a fraud contact center, you may have a back office team that does fraud deposit exception processing or wire fraud exception processing. 3 different teams, all connected by kind of a common goal to identify and verify whether it's fraud or not. But each one of those teams at some point in their transaction may have to utilize their applications to go remove a fraud block on an account or add a fraud block because they've identified that in fact this is fraud. It's that one step, that horizontal step that all groups have in common that are really good use cases, for example, for what we call horizontal automation, the ability to find automations across disparate groups, but leveraging assisted robotics, RPA in that instance, we can give them, a small button that they can click and it can do all of that work as if it were a human. It's processing algorithmic steps. It's just not dealing with some of the human discretion that's needed in that transaction. So we really push it back to say, where are those high volume transactions, regardless of use cases, that you can go in and think about automating some of those micro tasks. So kind of agnostic to department, more focused on high volume, high number of people that are performing work.